Hello, hello friends. Welcome to the live Tuesday Stamp and Chat with Janey. Glad to have you here with me. This is Janey Backer and today is Tuesday, January 11th. Can you believe it? It is just flying by. Time does not seem to want to ever slow down. So leave me a comment to say hello, and if you're watching on replay, then you can say replay in your comments. I'm just getting the laptop ready so I can see comments. Okay, here we go. I found my desk and I'm gonna get this straightened out. Well, hello, Miss Amy. Welcome. I think my phone is maybe just a little uneven. All right, I think I got a level. I don't know. It's so hard to tell what level really is. Are you on lunch break today, Amy, or are you, I can't remember if you work from home. So we are creating today, and I thought we'd do a little this or that. So let me move this out of the way. Would you like to stamp today with Island Vibes or Catching Butterflies? So we'll see what people, I see there's a few people here. So you're gonna have to leave your comments with which you'd like to see. Give it a second for people to make comments. All right, so the vote is for Island Vibes or Catching Butterflies. Just watching here for a minute. Okay, and then should we use the Marvelous Designer Series paper or stamp our own paper? Island Vibes is going to be the theme on my blog this week, so there'll be a few designs posted up there coming soon. Okay, good. I like stamping our own too, so that's what we will do. This is our beautiful Marvelous Designer Series paper that is also free during Sale-a-bration with a $50 order. These beautiful marbles. And then this is a very rich, bold pattern, kind of a psychedelic marble from the 70s. So I'm going to grab my Pear Pizzazz DSP. No, Pear Pizzazz cardstock, sorry. For my card base, and then we're going to open up a new basic white here for the card front layer. So this is the trimmer by Stampin' Up, and I always like to teach our card bases. So we're going to do a standard card base. I'm going to score first, and I'm doing it lengthwise, 4 1/4 inches. These are a nice score line for where we'll fold our card base. And then we're going to cut 5 1/2 inches, just like that. So now we have 2 card bases ready to go. I'm going to cut my basic white at 5 1/4 and put half of it aside. And then this piece will get cut 4 inches and then slide it over and repeat 4 inches. So you can see that our cutting blade goes both directions. Very convenient. So I'm going to grab one of our larger blocks to mount these beautiful leaves on. Now this leaf has a square edge, which is nice for putting on your card edges. You just want to make sure that you're aware that you have a sharp, straight edge there, that you don't stick it in the middle of your card. And I think I'll go ahead and mount the potted one as well. Potted, there we go. So I'm using my Pear Pizzazz Stampin' Pad, and I'm gonna tap this nice large image all around to get even coverage. Sometimes your ink pad might have a low spot or a really inky spot. So by tapping around, it gives you more coverage. And then make sure I'm on the camera here. I'm gonna watch where the square is and go just a little bit off my sheet. So pretty, it shows up just like that. And then repeat up here. And keep my, so I don't overlap too badly. I'm gonna move this over the edge a little bit. See how that gives it some space, doesn't crowd the images. This one doesn't come over as far, so I'm gonna go ahead and overlap these. There we go. So there's our background layer with the beautiful fern leaves. That was all just Pear Pizzazz Stampin' Pad. I think we should I'm gonna kind of cheat and do magic here. So I'm gonna cut a tag. So this is 1.5 inches. Let's see, how long is that? Yep, 1.5 inches. I think I'll use the potted plant on the next one. All right, so we're gonna grab bumblebee to go with the pear pizzazz. And look at this cute pineapple. So when this is mounted, you can be able to ink up both. But we're not going to worry about overlapping because we don't want to mix up our inks. So I'm going to take this and stamp up the leaves like that. And then come back with my bumblebee and tap it into the pineapple area. Now I'm not worried about them meeting. They don't need to meet. They don't need to overlap because I'm going to put a sentiment banner over the top of that. And then we're just going to stick it right here on this strip of paper, just like that. So you get 2 ink colors at one time on your stamp. And actually it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all, but we are going to put a sentiment across the middle there. So let me open my bumblebee again. My favorite sentiments these days come from Special Moments, and let's see. I think we should do, there's so many on here. Do you have a vote? I think we'll do with Thinking of You. So Special Moments is also a celebration gift item, and it's free with a $100 purchase. So it's our beautiful photopolymer stamps, which are transparent. I'm just going to stamp on the strip of paper that was left over from cutting my basic white layer. I'm going to grab my tag punches. So we can have a banner from the triple banner punch. And this topper is just a little bit longer than needed, so let's chop. I got some plastic there too. Chop off the extra. Now this one doesn't have the channels to guide, so I'm just going to go ahead and look at it side to side on that punch. And there we go. So let me get things tidied up a bit. Move all these extra pieces. So I'm going to just use my scissors and do a little diagonal snip. And then of course we'll use dimensionals. Just going to put the little minis on here. Just like that. You can use however many you wanted. I put 4 on there. Just there. So I want to add a Pear Pizzazz layer for my tags. So I'm going to grab a piece of that. Or, you know, maybe we should try Bumblebee this time. and it will be 2 inches by 4 inches. Oh, the UPS truck is here. I wonder what he's bringing. Okay, so let's go ahead and punch that with the tag. And then come back with the triple banner. I try to put things away as I use them, but sometimes I get a little distracted. I pull it back a little bit. All right, it's coming together. I like the island vibes, and I really like this pineapple. Let's find a nice oops, where's our bumblebee ribbon? Okay, so I'm going to take my bumblebee ribbon.
You have tracking? You know,
and Caleb, shh, thank you. Get my ribbon scissors. Okay, so you always want to fold your ribbon and you slide it from the front of your project to your back with that fold. Then bring the loop to the front, tails through the loop, and ta-da! There you go. I'm going to also tie a knot in those ends, just like that. And we're gonna, wrong scissors. I don't know where I got all this plastic from. Oh, I do. That's right. From opening that cardstock. All right, so move the stamps out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, pardon my light. It decided to join the center stage. But it's okay, we're gonna cover that up. Nobody's gonna know. Fold that down. See, that's where we're going to put this. Let me get my glue. There we go. Cover that up right onto your card front. There we go. Now I'm going to grab dimensionals again to pop up this tag. Let me take the little backings off. And then just shift that a little bit so that you've got a staggered layer of cardstock. And then let's come in and add, choosing an embellishment that I think I just really love our iridescent rhinestone jewels. So let's go ahead, take a pick tool and add a couple of these. And put them in the corners there. And then let's add a few others on the card front because they are so pretty. I like to do my embellishments in odd numbers, so 3s and 5s. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's our beautiful Island Vibes Thinking of You card with a happy pineapple, with our bumblebee and pear pizzazz. But let's also have some fun with our little potted plant and get it in the mix here too. So I'm going to get my pineapple wiped off. So for this one, I'm going to grab my markers. I'm going to use cinnamon cider and Old Olive. And you're just going to use the brush tip to color the part of the stamp where you want that color at. Then come back. The Old Olive, you're going to do your stem and your leaves. And don't press super hard because you don't want to stress out the fibers in that tip. You just want to get ink all over. So I like to go from the center out in every direction. Then you're going to take it really close to your mouth and breathe on it. The moisture will moisten your ink colors. And there we go, ta-da. It's stamped in place. So I'm going to snip off this extra and turn this into a tag as well. But we'll use the delightful tag tapper this time. Slide it right down that channel. Oh, it looks like we still have too much paper. There we go, that looks better. Clean up my area. And then go ahead and use my triple banner punch again. And I don't want to take off very much, so I'm just going to slide it in far enough that I can see the points of each side. Make a nice straight line across that opening. And that gives me a nicely centered tag. Let's go ahead and cut the background label. And I'm going to grab a scrap of cinnamon cider, I thought. There it is. I always have scraps. Don't you? There's always scraps around my table. All right, so this will be 2 inches wide. Get that scooched over by the line. So if you don't have a celebration brochure yet, then tag me here and let me know that you need a celebration brochure so that you can get your hands on the Island Vibes stamps and special moment stamps. So that is the Delightful Tag Topper again. And then I'm going to feed it into the triple banner punch. There we go. Well, hi Becky. Nice to have you joining us. Okay, so that's way bigger than I needed. So we're gonna chop off more. Pardon me. I really like that these punches have these channels so that it keeps you centered and not so crooked. Because sometimes things are crooked. Oh, there we go. That's looking marvelous. Becky, what is your favorite Sale-a-bration product? And Amy, same for you. What is your favorite Sale-a-bration product these days? All right, so we're gonna grab our old olive. And that looks good. I am going to go ahead and stamp the old olive on old olive just to create that background. Well, hello, kitty cat. But first I had to wipe that pear pizzazz off. So same idea, stamping around this card layer, but this is old olive Stampin' Pad on old olive cardstock. Okay, so I didn't quite get to the edge, and my fix for that is just to overlap lightly. Some extra, and I'm gonna fill in here too. I'm just not gonna go all the way in with the image, just partially, and that gives a little more coverage. You know, you can rotate your stamps and fill in all sorts of spots with different directions and rotating. Easy peasy. All right, we're going to get closer here. This time I'm going to use our Baker's Twine Essentials pack and pulling out this taupey color. Oh yes, the Daffodil Afternoon DSP is very popular. And I'm going to grab another little sentiment. I think we're going to use hang in there, so we're just going to find the hang in there. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm going to mount that, and I'm going to use the strip with the hang in there on old olive. There we go. Grab my chamois. So Becky, are you all settled and really unpacked in your new home? That was a big move. So I already have a pre-cut thick basic white card base in my drawer here, so I'm getting that folded. Grab my liquid glue. Remember, we start in the middle and then work our way out. You don't want your glue thick on the edges. It will ooze, and if it's thick on the edges and oozes out, then you'll have sticky glue fingers. I like to match up two corners and figure out the margin, then work my way down to the third corner and figure out the margins there before continuing to the fourth corner, just like that. All right, so this baker's twine, I'm gonna repeat the same idea, fold and press it from front to back. And I wasn't sure how much length I needed. But you do want it to be, the tails to be even. So go ahead and even those up. And then pull through that loop. Tie a knot at the end. So Amy, this is our Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue that Stampin' Up! Sells, and I like the glue because it lets me glide things, whereas the seal will grab and attach immediately. So the glue gives me a little chance to shift my layers. All right, so this, we're gonna go ahead and cut angles again. And then grab dimensionals for the tag. Oops. And dimensionals for the sentiment. And yes, you'll see the back of my sentiment has ink on it. It was a boo-boo from the past, and so I just reused the other side of the paper. Peel all those backings off. So yes, we sell the liquid, multi-purpose liquid glue, and it's amazing. I'm gonna put this on angle and off center. And then I'm going to come back and grab my marker and add a little bit of color on the edges. You want to be careful with this because your marker can slip and go beyond the edges. And I can tell you from personal experience, it's easy to do. So just little strokes, don't rush. And this will just frame that white against the green with a little bit of that cinnamon cider. Just slow. This does not hurt the brush tip. There we go. And then put your lid on so you don't drop it or just overlap a little bit there. All right, there is our hang in there card. And then get that dangling just so. All right, Island Vibes. We have 2 cards. using the beautiful fern stamp. I'm calling them ferns. Maybe I'm palm leaf stamps to create a background, beautiful printed, their own DSP. And then we used Pear Pizzazz and Bumblebee for our pineapple tags. Over here is Cinnamon Cider and Old Olive for our mini palm tree in a pot tag. And both sentiments came from the Special Moment stamp set. So I hope you had fun. I think we still need some bling though, so let's grab some bling. And I think our brushed, there they are. All right. Wow, this rose gold color is really pretty and coordinates nicely with the Cinnamon Cider cardstock. Oh, let's go ahead and add some around here too. It worked on the other card. Might as well do it here too. I need one more. Well, Becky, I'll bet he just saw the same box over and over again in the garage. I'm sure there were not too many boxes in the garage marked craft. I'll bet he just got confused and saw the same card, I mean, same box over and over again. It couldn't possibly have been too many boxes. Just couldn't have been too many boxes. There we go. All right, I hope you had fun checking out our new stamp set. And if you have any questions, be sure to add them here. And I will be updating with some product codes for you. Sale-a-bration runs until the end of February, and so each week I'll be highlighting a different product. And if you are going to order, then I'd be really grateful if you would use my host code, which for January, I thought I had it right here, is NUAY4DZ2. And then you can earn these cool free products as well. So I'll get that added into the comments. Let's see, did we have any questions? Let me add this in here. Stampin' Up.net. Hi, Judy, welcome. And hi, Carolyn, nice to have you pop in today too. Amy, I'm so glad you came for your lunch break. I hope that this was inspiring. So we used markers today, we used ink pads, a couple different tag topper punches, and our favorite triple banner punch. So I hope these inspire you and that you'll get busy with your Stampin' Up! Products and your Sale-a-bration products as well. If you are new to my page, then I would really appreciate if you would like this page, or if you are watching later on, that this will be broadcast also at YouTube. So if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be awesome. And I'm always here if you want to ask questions. I appreciate hearing from you, and I'm always happy to help you. All right, everybody, I'll see you again next Tuesday for our live Stampin' Chat at noon on Tuesday. Bye-bye.